Hello, this is a gameplay on Foxxy where black won by resignation, killing a bunch of stones on the bottom and in the middle, and there were several groups in trouble too right after that. But the beginning was actually quite promising for white, and somehow white lost focus in the middle game and these fights went too good for black. So let's see what happened. So we have a parallel Fuseki and black goes for the high Chinese opening. Playing c9 it's more common, the low Chinese Fuseki, but nothing wrong with this. Now white plays the classic way to approach with the Kakari from the outside. Nowadays the most common move is to go San directly, or to be aggressive with a move like d4, but this can come later as well. So approach very calm at f17. Now usually here when black plays the high Chinese, he's going to defend the corner at c14. Then of course white can attach, and we have the basic Joseki. And sometimes here we can see black cut all the way. So instead of connecting after the Atari, black can push through. Then we have the cut, turn, double Atari, leave in the corner, and black goes for the outside. So this works pretty well because black has some thickness and the extension is already in the middle of the side, but white is center. And of course white can connect and use the Aji in the top, but this can wait. White can just go for a big point such as d4 or play a Shimari on his own, I mean on the lower right corner. So we have a pincer in this case. Now against the one space jump high pincer, white can usually think about the split right away. This is the most common move. Another move to consider is the direct Sansan invasion. These are the two options here, and white played in the game the double approach. Well, the double approach is mostly played against the low pincer. So if black plays the h17, you can use the double Kakari, but again, it's okay to consider the jump in the Sansan or one space jump to separate and then put pressure in the top. But the Josekis are slightly different when black pincers low instead of pincering high. So for example, if white goes Sansan, black will probably block the left side in order to set up a Moyo. But this d9 it's pretty far away, so later on white can still jump in and invade the c11. So this can happen. Oops. Something is wrong with the file. Okay, so now on this kind of move, h16, when white goes Sansan, black again can block the left side or separate. So if black separates, the basic Joseki will go as follows. And here black can keep center. Instead of playing a move like f16, black can just play away. For example, attack the top right corner. But already it feels good for white to enter the left side and take the corner. Now if black blocks the other way to go for the Moyo, this Joseki is fine too, because this will end up center for white. So white grabs the territory in the top, black has a wall facing d9, but now white being center can approach the bottom like this and extend to set up a base on the bottom side. So far, black has a Moyo on the left and white grabs territory everywhere. This is fine, white develops on three sides. Now, in order to play like this, you gotta be confident that taking territory will be just fine, and be patient, because black is obviously setting up a lot of influence, going for deep Moyos, but white can eventually reduce and is not going to be that large. So another option is to play the one space jump, just separate black stones. Now black of course can play d14 or c14, and usually the variations are quite simple. Slide in the corner, then slide in the top. Simply fix a base, and then if black plays a Kosumitsuke, you go up, and when black defends the left side again, you just play another move to prevent the co-fights and the cuts in the top. So this is a pretty common pattern when black plays the h16 move. If black goes, for example, d14, white can jump in the Sansan instead of slide. Slide is still an option, slide both sides and fix the base, but going Sansan is fine too. So black can push and separate all the way. Now what happens here, black is not going to connect e17, but push along at f18. So in this case, because this is related to h16 high pincer, white will play a peep, black connects, there are too many cutting points otherwise. White leaves in the corner, either with a Kosumi or a double up like this. But Kosumi is probably slightly better, so you can jump out to c12 after that. and black will play another move at G17 to connect his stones. So again, black is going for outside thickness. White just leaves those two stones in the top as bait. I mean, well, they are sacrificed for now, but still leaves Agi, and then white takes the corner. This is a classic pattern. So you can think about the Sansan invasion after the jump. And this has a little variation too. So when black plays here, white can also push G17, then, first things first, peep in Sente, then go out, threatening the cut. On this move, descend. When black defends, white lives in the corner, and black will play another move to make sure white doesn't escape, but there is still Agi in the top, so white can turn here and then clamp or approach like this and build the top, but depends what happens. I mean, how the fights will develop later, and then you decide how to use the edge of those stones in the top. So these are the Josekis to think about. One space jump, and after one space jump, slide or Sansan, or directly go Sansan. Now playing the double approach is a little more comfortable for black, because black can play an attach at F16 and will just connect that line. And now normally white will try to live in the corner, then if black separates, white protects like this, and black can just play away. That would be an easy way. Of course, black can also block the left side, and then we have a trade. But again, black gets a very nice wall, and now either pincer or play somewhere else. Black decided to play a Kosumitsuke. That's a bit unusual. Here white can try E15 or one space jump, or just Nobi like it happened in the game. This is actually a good move. So black covers, and now white goes for a base. That's a fine idea too. Now on this kick, white decided to Hane, Atari, then connect. Playing the Hane and Atari, it's actually making black strong on the left side. So it's better to play Nobi right away, because the end of the sequence after Hane Atari was still this D11. When you play D11, first of all you prevent the tiger mouth. So if you play any other move right now, black is happy to go here. This is a move you can't allow your opponent get. So first of all, simply go out, and this leaves the Agi of invaded C8. So when black plays a move like E17 to get rid of the Agi in the corner, later on white can jump inside like this and extend towards the corner. So that's the reason why you don't want to play Han and Atari, because you're just strengthening your opponent and then it's hard to get inside. If black plays another move around here, just to make sure the Agi disappears on the left side, then white is safe in the top, and now white can live in the corner like this. And now that's a pretty nice damage, because what happens? Black got the wall facing the group on the left side, which is completely meaningless, and white scoop out all the territory in the top. Anyway, something similar happened in the game, but playing these exchanges, Hane Atari, those were thank you moves, and then still come back and protect. Black, it's a bit hasty to capture one stone. He doesn't need to. The proper move is to block the top. So capture, then leave in the corner. Yeah, that's a good idea. This feels all natural for white, but it forced to play a move like this. Even if black pushes down and turns here to create the cutting points, white shape it's quite nice. I mean, white it's alive and damages a lot. So Keima works too. I mean, if white plays moves to go out, for black it's very nice to block the corner like this. So nice idea to play the Keima, but it's also okay to consider C17, because from C17 you can always follow up with a move like C16 and connect under. If black goes down, just cut and kill the stones on the left side. Now if this happens, black can sacrifice and catch 3 stones in the top, but white already got a lot of profit killing the 2 stones on the left, so this is fine, and white it's also center. So white can approach the bottom and extend back. Back to the original game, we have the Keima, then black is playing some kind of clamp Tetsuji to remove the base, but very good for white to sacrifice and jump out. Now when this happened, black stones in the top are floating. So I think we can conclude, even though the Hane at B10 and Atari were helping black a little bit, overall this position is good for white, because black is on the run from his own Moyo, so white's opening is slightly better. Now black is trying to fix that group. But for black, it's better to block right away at h17 because this presses white stones more, takes away liberty. So white will eventually connect under, and then black has this follow-up and Hane, Atari, make some shape, because in the corner, black can push b15 and start a ko. White might play another move to stay safe, and then black extends towards the top. So black also fixes the group. Playing a move here doesn't really defend the group entirely. White can push one time. This push is meant to see whether black will connect here or play the bump. Now if black bumps, white has this kind of peep. Or if white wants to keep the cut as a threat, white will play some move around q11, which serves as a ladder breaker, or q10, right in the middle of the side. Now when black feels like he's going to destroy the moyo, white can cut immediately. And then the ladders are broken, so it's gonna be tough for black to fix everything. Something will get into trouble, either the top group or the other tiny group. So white could push, black has to pull back or bump, and then white can take away the extension while attacking. If white jumps from the middle like this, black can extend for a base and attacks the corner in the same time. Therefore, white comes from the corner, black jumps in the middle, then white continue developing while attacking. Well, something similar happened, but white first of all played a move to secure the corner. Anyway, here it's good to consider b16, because when black pushes like this and he starts a ko, you can fight it, no problem. But yeah, this is safe, makes I shape. It's just that it doesn't really connect white groups yet. Now white is separated, and here white should jump out. Play a one space jump, which is really bad because it neutralizes the top group completely. So just a one space jump here for I shape. Then black plays away. This jump is good, takes away the extension from the top group. Normally it's also good enough to play r16 and one space jump. Black needs to extend, then push along. Black plays here, then jump again in the center. Because this way, even if black leaves, for black it's very small to take that kind of life, and white keeps grabbing the big points. All the groups are safe and you can build alone and in peace. Now when this move is played, black can use o16, attach, block again, and turn in the top. This turn is actually quite important because white's corner it's a little bit in trouble too. White might go down. If white wants to keep the pressure on that group, white doesn't have time to play here because of this. Atari, black makes I shape, and white needs to play again in the corner. This way the group is alive, but so is black. I mean, very easy to make I shape now. So back to the game. Keima in the top. Now here, white doesn't really need b15. Well, it attacks the top left group indirectly, but it feels a little bit over concentrated, and it's not a big deal if black pushes at p16 right after. For example, if white plays r14 or maybe r12, which is the direction for black to extend, even if black puts some pressure here, white can defend in a very active way. Black has to go down or pull back and then double up again. So white's group in the top is strong, but both black groups are in trouble. I mean, this one still doesn't have ice, and the other one it's kind of floating too. So playing here, this prevents the p16 press, but it might end up a little slack. Here black can extend r12. Now for white it's nice to attack at r11 then go up. When black jumps in between, you go out and attack the top group on the way out. So the stones are quite effectively placed. This m15, it's a nice shape for the top group, but it doesn't feel to put enough pressure on black. So you better play the Keima like this, and then no B or jump. Because black really needs to go back and survive somehow. Then jump out. And on the right side, it's always good to play moves like r11, because you're coming from the open side and push black into the no man's land. Otherwise, what happened in the game, so white played here, black comes out, white pushes finally, this is very big, black has to do this. Now attack from the center. Here white can play k15 first, threatening the cut. Black needs to come back and protect, and the way out should be a Keima. Because if black pushes here, you pull back, if block, you Hane, Nobi, push along, the shape is good in the chase. Playing Kosumi like this feels a little bit cramped. Keima would be nicer still as a shape point. So black tries to come around, white splits, that's good. Black grabs territory. If we have this formation where white plays here, this move is threatening the slide at S13, so black usually blocks with the Kosumitsuke, white goes up, black comes out, let's say white plays a peep also, then if you're still afraid of the top group, you can play either an attach here, then sacrifice a stone and connect, or attach in the corner, and if black cuts, you cut, then on this move you go down, on this move Atari, connect, push once, connect, black needs to leave, and then you separate before leaving in the top. So there are other ways to defend and force black take the neutral points instead of going between the groups and then keep giving territory. This move, it's also a nice idea to keep black separated, but should still jump like this. And then you can play a Kosumitsuke here and a clamp, then Atari. So this makes sure that white got some kind of bridge in the middle between black groups and then come out. So it's going to be very difficult for black to come between the groups in the top like it happened in the game. So this move makes black strong when black protects. Black can just block here right away. Now here white can push first and then double up, because this is threatening to separate the right side. If black goes in the top, white separates the right. If black defends the right side, now white can connect the top. So it's all good. That's a better way to defend and affect the stones on the right. This was okay. Here white is making a little mistake. Should simply pull back 017. When black cuts, nothing happens. Atari and go down. If black cuts here, Atari first, then turn, now catch, capture, black needs to connect. So white is fine and white can go on a counter attack. This connection left some agi. That's why it's important to read in these local fights as accurate as you can. So this move. Another option would be to play Kosumi here. When black tries to separate, you connect under, it cuts like this, and you come out with the middle group. But once you pull back 017, the stones are connected. Here it's still okay to play this move, then Hane, allow the cut, and jump out. Top group seems safe now. So black separates. This jump is good. Black is still in trouble in the middle. Probably no time to connect like that, and it's not really good. I mean, locally you can connect with a move like this, which expands the eye shape, but in the center you can play moves like this, then push and cut. Now there are some problems for black, because this group in the center is not completely safe. Even if black plays here, he needs to come back and protect against the cut. But now the top group has a big problem. So black might lose the entire dragon for those 4 stones in the center. Well, white connected, black comes out. This is good to escape. And now here there's a better move. You can play a Tsuke like this. So when black pushes like that, white connects. When black pulls back, white will go Nobi. Or now connect like this. So it's already like you play this move, your opponent plays away, then you Hane, and he must Nobi. But allowing this Nobi is heavy for white. White has to come out. Okay, push. Push again, that's fine. And jump. In fact, here, it's okay to play the cut and see how black reacts. Black will probably catch this stone. Now Atari from behind, black takes or connects, and then Hane in the head of 2 stones, and now connect. Because if black keeps coming in the center, so peep or some other moves, white goes down, and there's the potential to build territory on the right side. And if black goes on the right side, to allow being surrounded, it's easy to jump in the middle next. So could use the cuts in your favor right away. Yeah, now it still works. So the idea is to cut, because if black catches 1 stone, white will Atari and catch the other 2. If black goes down or connects here, white will capture a stone in center, and this feels good. It kind of gives 1 eye and pushes black down a bit, then jump out. Well, I think the game is still okay for white. Up to... yeah, this S18 it's okay. White it's safe in the top. But this move is not necessary. I mean, the way to connect here is to play a Kosumitsuke. If black pushes, Hane once, black connects, and then just block like this. So when push and cut, nothing happens. You just catch him. Playing a move here, black can still try to separate these guys. I mean, another way to connect the stones would be just b4, but it feels a bit too submissive. So it's like making a wall like this doesn't build so much. So black approaches here, threatening o3. Hang on. Alright, so black goes on a counter attack with this move. Normally black should jump out. And even if white extends for a base, next black can come inside at o3. Then when white pulls back, black connects under, white still needs to protect. And the group on the right side is still in danger. Anyway, counter attack works too, but now Kosumi. Then jump. Instead of jump, black should, white should Hane. Now, of course, black can try a cut and Atari and fight, but if just Atari here and pull back, white will catch two stones and everything is connected. So the fight is not that easy for black, because on the way out with the cut, black is taking away his own liberties. So, well, if this happens and black wants to go for outside thickness, it's going to be a sacrifice and then build something in the middle. But I doubt he'll be very happy to give up those stones. Anyway, going out like this allows black more space to move around. And somehow black got captured and then still came back to life. So let's see. For now, black seems like he can leave. Oh, but some trades happened. So here, black can just capture, give up this guy, and take the corner. It's a fine trade for black, because he got a big corner with q3 and a lot of surrounding territory. But black got very ambitious. White connects. Alright. Wait. So here, if white goes Atari, black may come out. White captures 3 stones. Black escapes. Yeah. It's good to block and capture everything. So this seems fine. Now the bottom stones are captured. Black desperately cuts. White pushes. Now here, white can actually just Atari. Go out in the center. Black will come out also. Atari again. Black comes out with Atari, so this will fix a problem. No more cutting point at k7. And when black turns here, simply turn. If black turns again, you capture 2 stones and leave. And now the group in the middle top, it's alive. But black still has a problem on the bottom, so he might come back and defend like this. And you can use the edge of q6 later. Right now you just Hane. On the double Hane, you protect. Black needs to defend somehow. So this can come into play a little later, or just Atari once. And now the bottom is already captured, so yeah, switch the target to other groups. For example, go back to try to kill the big dragon in the top. So this was the key, or the most critical moment of the game. White has to find a way to save these guys in the center. So when Atari and connect, if black still wants to resist, white can come out like that. And that's it. That's a collapse for black anyway. So from a position where black was supposed to die, somehow black got away and killed white. So we have an Atari, black connects under. Yeah, this move is really not necessary. I mean, if you lose 3 stones, it's not a big deal. Should come out. Atari, Atari, connect. This is all forced. No matter what black is trying here, you will leave. So if he takes 3 stones, that's his consolation prize for losing the bottom group. So that's why it's really important to stay focused till the end of the game. Yeah, now it's tough. No eyes. Black can cut those central stones. This is really strange because black can cut in the center. But even if white connects here, black will Atari and there is no eye in that area. Atari connect. If you make one eye like this, it reduces the second one. So yeah, this is game over now. Nothing to do. So black captures that group. Then white desperately comes inside. Actually here, white can play one Atari. But then you still need to come back and protect against the cut. That's a pity. But already losing those middle stones for almost nothing it's quite terrible. Here, white can try an Atari and then connect above. If black cuts one stone, you connect like this. Yeah, not much to do. Ouch. So it seems once white lost control, it's finished. Because instead of killing, you end up dying. So black was a little bit lucky in this last fight in the most critical moment of the game. That's where even if you play a fast game, you gotta stop a little bit and take your time to figure out what's the best variation. But of course, under time pressure in BOME, it can always be tricky. Enjoy the review and pay attention to these tactics in the future.